Well, hello once again. This is Kevin Kyler with Environmental Inspection Dynamics. And in today's education video, we're going to talk about conduction. So let's kind of push forward and see what that's all about. Okay, so what is conduction? With heat, in simple terms, it moves through a solid. Convection, on the other hand, heat moves basically through air. In our video attics, we talked about that briefly. Here, we want to show you what happens when heat moves via conduction in attics. We're going to look at maybe 2 or 3 attics. This is an unconditioned attic that's experiencing heat loss via conduction. Now, as this loads in, excuse me, I'll tell you a few things. Yeah, it says telltale signs of conduction. Heat loss on a frost-laden day. I'm boying these other arrows in here so we can see what's going on. I'm thankful I have accident avoidance mitigation in my vehicle because on these type of days, go ahead and laugh. I'm driving around looking sideways at this roof and that roof. Good thing I'm got that. I'm going to hit somebody. But what I'm trying to explain in all silliness here is, you know what? On a frost-laden day, go outside and take a look at your house. You may see these things. And if you see all these things where the arrows are bouncing in, you have heat loss. All right, the beginning of conduction heat loss starts here. Pull up my pointer. In this video, you can see, well, there's plenty of insulation, but it's improper there. So we zoom in and we get over here. And this part that I'm kind of outlining is the exposed top plate of the construction of the wall. And a lot of heat loss through conduction goes through there. So that should be all the way over there, but not blocking off the entrance ventilation. Let's take a look at a detail that shows how insulation slows down conduction. Keep my pointer here. And this from, I think this is from ADO products. That's insulation, that's insulation. This is called the wind block, and that's called the DuraVent, ProVent, or whatever. You can see is that heat's going to go through here via conduction, but you also need a convection air principle to get that nasty, moist air out of the attic. Okay, so let's begin with ice damming and conduction are related. So you might going to ask, what's going on here? Well, I'm going to pull my pointer out again. I came upon this and I'm looking, well, up there, obviously, as I mentioned, if you go around the out and you're looking at the outside of your house and see that's not good. But I look at other things. And in here, I'm looking at all this efflorescence and I say, well, where in the world did that come from? So with that, let's go into the attic. All right, we're in the attic. That's known, the white stuff. That's not paint. That's hoarfrost. Yes, that can occur inside the underside of your roof sheathing in your attic. But look what's going on here. Because there's missing insulation down there. It's melting and it's going drip, drip, drip. Gee, now where do you think that might be going? Well, we happen to be inside, right below this. Now look with me here. That's dripping. That's dripping. That's dripping. That's not real good. So I'm pulling up another device to give a little bit of a expanded picture. It's a thermal image of this. And when I did show that to the clients, I said, ma'am, sir, this is not good. To give you a quick understanding of thermal imaging, anything down here in this color grade here, from dark blue to black, simply means it's very cold and or moisture. In this case, it is moisture. Anything up there is dry or very warm. So I just wanted you to see that and the importance thereof. Okay, ice damming to the extreme. I think you'd have to say, now that is a bit extreme. And by the way, that's a low pitched roof. And you probably see that in the other video, attics. So, how do you reduce conduction loss? It begins at the point of initial construction of the house and prior to adding attic insulation. Now, here are the steps. We saw that one before, so I'm going to skip by that one. And basically, it's the same thing. I'm going to show you what that all meant from ADO products. So I can give you an idea what's going on here. We're up in an attic. That's like the bedroom below or whatever. And these are the top plates in the construction of an exterior wall. That's the rafter. Those are the joists. And that obviously is the sheathing of the roof above. If you look down there, that's where the ventilation is. Now let's move from there. Okay. The thing you saw from ADL products, this is actually called the wind block. You see, it's, this is a 2x4 top plate, so it is held 3.5 inches back. This area is to the outboard of that wall, and there is the Duravent or Provent. All right, this is just a back out view and how it looks assembled. So now all the air can come up and ventilate out. All right, that is very important. Now, after you get that all set, you can begin pushing insulation in because you're not going to block it off. This prevents it. We call them attic insulation ventilation baffles, long-term for ADO vents. All right, there's one other part to this is important. All that air is coming up here. It's got to go someplace. These are called mushroom vents, can vents, roof ridge vents, okay? But there's something else you can do that might work even better. That would be called continuous roof ridge vent. They cut back a little bit of the sheathing, they put this thing over there, and air goes out through every one of these rafter pockets. Are we done? Not quite. One more step to control that there conduction. Here we go. All right. You must have topping of insulation to cover the tops of the joist. Boing, boing, there's the arrow. This is the way it should be done and done properly. Now you can do it. They may start with bad insulation, and they may blow it an additional coat over that. Whatever the case is, not only should the ceiling joist be covered, also any conduits and fixtures. Yep, but they have to be IC rated, insulation contact rated. Now we're done. If you haven't watched the video addicts, do so. There's a connection here, folks. Okay, look, if you got to the website, you're seeing this, just put Kevin at ENV on SP Dynamics, and you can email me. For those who don't want to do that, guess what? You can call me. You can leave me a voicemail, a text message, or voice. And if I don't answer, I'll call you back because I do enjoy talking to clients and answering their questions. Well, thanks for watching. Hope you got something out of it.